How is it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome, um, football fan view this morning, and I hope you're all doing good this morning. All right, quickly, we'd like to welcome. I tried to do this show yesterday with some of my, but some of my panelists were not actually available for the show yesterday, so I just decided that I was going to actually do something on my own. Basically, do a review, do a preview, and just do all sorts that the rest of things that we just talk football. So today, don't forget to smash the like. Once again, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Solomon again, and I'm here to actually share some things with you this morning. So before I start with, there is a lot to get into this morning, but quickly, I would just want to start with the Arsenal generally as the result of the previous games. That's the Carabao Cup that took place last. Was it? Or yes, it started on Monday. Tottenham started on Tuesday. I think the first one, the Carabao Cup. Yeah. So the matches that we just look at it according to how it is being, from the least one um, to the what would I say, the smallest one to the biggest one, in order of what we see here. So we're going to actually start with the first one, which is the Liverpool game. Now the Liverpool game ended 3-2. Now in that game, it ended 3-2 in favor of Liverpool. Now the whole big deal, for Liverpool. I feel it's important for Liverpool because Liverpool will want to, the manager would actually want to go into the game and win a trophy. Like we used to say, it's always very, very important for you to start on a winning note. And if you're going to be starting on a winning note, one of the things you cannot take for granted is this particular game. Now, this game, it started, it was a nice, it ended 3-2 in favor of Liverpool. And not just that, Cody Gakpo was actually outstanding in that game. And also, I think there was a keeper, Liverpool goalkeeper was making his debut for that particular day. And honestly, Liverpool has been fine this season. And I don't know how to say it, but whatever way, I wasn't expecting our club, to be this great, since the beginning of the season. Now, I wasn't expecting to be that great since the season, but one way or the other, he has actually been able to do a good one. Even though some people keep complaining that he hadn't, played anybody yet, but I don't actually believe that. But I believe he actually has been great, as in he has actually surprised me beyond, what I imagined. What I imagined was not, and club generally, when you have somebody, coming into the shoes of a big manager, like has been recorded many times. When you get big people as a new managers, especially new up and coming managers, going into the shoes of big managers like the club, as the Wenger and the likes of Ferguson, the team tends to struggle because they need to actually, they need a lot to balance their team. But if that has not been the case for, let's say, for Liverpool, because and it's not as one way or the other found a way to be able, to get everybody, on his page, and they've actually been flowing well. So the game ended 3-2 in favor of Liverpool, and I think Luis Diaz, coming in, getting a goal, Cody Gakpo, and in fact, Liverpool was outstanding. And like I said, I would not tell you lie. Liverpool has actually they have surprised me beyond what I expected, because what I was expecting from them was way different from what we got this season. Honestly, I will not tell you lie. Liverpool has really surprised me a lot this season. So that one ended in favor of Liverpool, and Liverpool have actually did well in that. And We move on to the next one, which is the game against Aston Villa Crystal Palace. This was the shock of the, it was the shock of the whole this. I wasn't expecting this one to happen. I felt like teams like Aston Villa should be, picking up that particular slot, because basically, if you look at Unai Emery, one of the things is the tournament that he finds himself right now. I don't see him. I don't see him winning the Champions League. I don't know how it's actually going to be difficult for him to win the Champions League, honestly. But it's nothing. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm saying it is likely to be, difficult for him, to he get the Champions League. So these are the tournament I'm expecting him to actually do well in. For example, Carabo Cup, FA Cup. I'm expecting him to actually do well in those tournaments. And when I saw the game, it was actually a shock for me. And this was the shock of the game for me. It ended 2-1 in favor of Crystal Palace. And Easy and the boys actually did the work. And that was just how he ended. He ended Crystal Palace 2, Aston Villa 1. And funny enough, there was no actually extra time for almost all the games that was played. Nothing like extra time at all. Nothing like extra time at all for anyone. Everybody actually played, and everybody actually, faced and won their game as at when due. It's great. It's a good one because nobody had to spend extra time, working on or looking on exactly or playing extra time, or nobody was going on extra stress for the game. So we'll move on to the next one, which is Chelsea Newcastle. Now, for this game, I saw this game, and this game was, would I say, I would say Maresca actually would I say underrated Newcastle, or maybe would I say the substitute, those people he brought in actually, they kind of hung him to dry. Honestly, they actually hung him to dry at that point in time, because the team he actually fielded, I feel, should have enough to actually win that game. But unfortunately fortunate or unfortunately enough, they were not able to win the game. I think they went down very early in that game. The first two goals came very, very early in the game. I think for the 13, 15 minutes, Newcastle were ready to go up, and that was how the whole thing ended. Chelsea tried to come back, but he did not. He couldn't work, and they couldn't get back. They got in on the Madueke on the process. Tried to get him across in order for him to play good balls, which he tried his best, but that best was just not good enough at that point in time, and that was how it ended 2-0 in favor of Newcastle United. I think then we moved on to the issue of Newcastle, Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester City. Now, apart from the fact that Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester City actually played a game there, the game was nice. The game was actually, City was not actually won the game like they wanted to win the game, because I remember Bukayo is actually currently battling with a lot of injuries. Now I can see that they were not able to actually field a lot of their players. They have most of their players on the bench, and they almost like the same thing that happened to Chelsea also happened to them. So subsequently, they were not able to, go on with they were not able to get. I believe that if Manchester City, had actually, if they had actually wanted to win the game and they started the likes of Eliana and the rest of them, they would have won the game. That's my opinion anyway. I think they would have won the game. So, but for one reason or the other, they were not able to actually win the game because they actually, joked with it. And I think he already mentioned it. So overall, all the game so far has been played, and you have 8 teams left. And those that you have left include, you have Liverpool, you have Crystal Palace, you have Manchester United, you have Newcastle United, and you have Arsenal, and then you have Tottenham. And now the draw has been made. The draw has been made. I don't know if I can get the draw up here now. No, but I know the draw. But I know we have Liverpool playing against Brighton, and no, Liverpool playing against Southampton. Yes, Liverpool will be visiting Southampton. Arsenal will be playing Crystal Palace. Manchester United will be playing Tottenham Hotspur, and then who is Newcastle playing? I think Newcastle should be playing Aston Villa. No, should be playing. No, no, sorry. Um, Let me see if I can get the fixture list really. Competition. Okay. Let me see if I can get it up. Yeah. Carabo Cup. Exactly. So yeah, this all. I think I want to get who Newcastle United is actually playing with at the moment. Uh, I don't think it's available here. It's not here. Wait, let's see. Okay, Chelsea is out. United is playing. Okay, let's start with Liverpool. Liverpool is playing Southampton. Yes. Crystal Palace is playing Arsenal. Then Manchester United is playing Tottenham. Who is Newcastle? Can't find. Who have I not mentioned? Nothing Arsenal. Okay. I don't know who am I missing out? Hmm. Okay, let me just check that. Carabao Cup draw. In the draw, I think I missed one quarter final. Let me see. Let's see. We have okay, Newcastle Brentford. Okay, that's what I didn't say. I think this is what we have Newcastle Brentford. So we have Tottenham, Manchester United, Southampton, Liverpool, Newcastle, Brentford, and then we have Crystal Palace and Arsenal. Yeah, 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 yeah. Those are what we have. And I think that match will be taking place in December. So we'll be looking at that overall. So that was how it ended. Now, for me, definitely being an Arsenal fan, we like to talk about Arsenal. Like, I want to do a review about Arsenal. Now, let's just have a chat about Arsenal generally on the last game they had against um, um, against Carab in the Carabao Cup against Preston on end. It was a normal expected win and they actually won. But like everybody has been raving about the Nwaneri. And one thing I wanted to mention concerning Nwaneri is this. Everybody has been clamoring that this guy should start, this guy should start, this guy should start. Yeah, this guy is the star, is a star, quite all right. And yes, maybe he deserves actually to start. You know, he deserves the start, as everybody has said. But we remember, let us also look at the case of Saliba when Saliba was actually with us now. Then, if you remember, this guy you're talking about, this guy was was actually everybody expected him, to do something. They expected him to, to be playing with the team in the first team. And I remember everybody complained and complained and complained about him, not starting. In fact, him going unknown, to Marcel then and the rest of them. People were like, oh, this guy should be starting, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, he didn't start then, but now we can see the manager knows what he's doing. For me, I think we should just allow Mikel Arteta to run the team comfortably. I think what we need to do as fans is support our team and criticize when necessary, but also support the team as at when important. Even Nwaneri will get his time. The time I remember when he debuted this boy, I think this is last season when he was the youngest player to actually grace the field in the EPL. and people were like shouting and saying, he shouldn't have. He was a lot of press gave him stick. Nobody cared. This boy is the future. And this boy, yes, you can say, okay, yes, the Emil Lamau is playing. But the truth of the matter is that the same way, why don't you mention Gavi? Where is Gavi? Gavi now is struggling with his form. Why? Because he has, he has been exposed, been very, very little. Look at Pedri. Look at all these guys that I'm not we keep mentioning. Some of them have not been able to replicate this form, consistently because they were exposed at a young age. Now, Barcelona are in crisis, and that's the reason why they have no choice than to start on this day. I think it's the same happened to Chelsea, where Chelsea have to pull up everything they have. So we have it in Nwaneri. He's playing good. I think the manager knows what's best for him, and I believe that the manager will do it as at when it is right. Now, 18 minutes into this video, about 19 minutes into the video now, I want to just tell you, if you are coming in, don't forget to subscribe, like, share. Tomorrow is going to be our weekend preview show where we will make our prediction, and I would like to show us what the prediction table look like. That would be actually nice. I am trying to get to that top, but these guys are not really allowing me to get to the top of the table first. I want to actually win the cash also. So back to what I'm saying. Now there's something important, and that is actually the title of this film. It said the game will love or delusion everywhere. Now, please, I want us to just I saw some things last week on people's stream last week, and you have a lot of people, complaining about what people do on their channel. Now, I think I need to go full screen on this. Now, people are complaining about what people are doing on their channel, like somebody decides to show maybe one thing or the other, says, okay, 5 things you learn about your team, or now I think there is a problem in football right now, and probably maybe the point is the fact that we are all going into football content creating and everything. Everybody is just trying to do something that for you. Now I think we are beginning to lose the balance between everything. Now you have people now not being able to support their team because they will call them delusional. Some people will now say, okay, if you say that your team is when your team is doing bad, you must. Some people expect the team to do bad at all times, while some people are expecting the team to do good at all times. So nobody wants to speak bad about the team when the team is doing bad. Nobody wants to speak about the team when the team is doing good. Now, one thing I want to emphasize is the fact that we need to understand the fact that the first love that we have is for football. I supported Arsenal because I love the team, and it doesn't matter what's happening. I will still always expect my team, to win at all costs. Yes, you might want to say, okay, yes, you want the manager start, you want this player out, or you're thinking the manager is not okay at the moment. But for me, my number one priority is for my own team, to win. It's for my own team, to attain success and all the time. And there is no crime in me defending my team. I can look up to my team and say, okay, my team, you're doing I can criticize my team, okay, you're not doing fine today, and this is what I feel is wrong. This is what I feel you can do right. These are the things I feel you can actually do to improve. But on the other hand, you cannot stop me also from enjoying that fact that maybe a team wins and I gas up my team, I gas up my player. It's just I saw a stream, I don't want to mention him, but I saw a stream of somebody say, oh yeah, you're gassing Nwaneri up, you're gassing Martinelli up, yeah, they are not good, but you're gassing them up. Look, there is no crime when the player does well and you do that. We just need to understand the balance. Now, if you have chosen to be negative, for one reason or the other, you've chosen to be negative about your team, that's your choice. Everybody has right to their own opinion, and I feel like there is no reason for you to be negative about your team. For me, I support Arsenal first. So my love first is going to be for Arsenal, and then every other thing comes first. Okay, when my team wins, I will be happy. I'll gas them up. I will say they are the best in the world, even though you might have a contrary opinion to that. But I personally would believe my team is the best team in the world, and your team is not as good as mine. So that is not a crime. As a fan, that is expected of me because I appreciate it, because it is my team and that is the team I support. So I'm not expecting validation from you. Now, one thing is that people are already getting stuck in, and people are now becoming the fact that they want to actually get the validation from other fans. And I think at a point in time, I also was almost getting into that particular trap too. Expecting people to say good about your team. Let me tell you something. Go to the comment section. No Arsenal fan, no Chelsea fan, or no Liverpool fan, or no Manchester City fan will say something good about Arsenal. Expecting them to say something good about your team is and I remember I will see people will go on Steam and say, give your honest opinion. Look, looking from a rival would always speak ill about your team. They will always speak ill about your team. They won't want you. So that's why we just want to enjoy Arsenal fans. Like, focus on your team. Let's support our team. Let's keep on winning. We want the team to win the league. That is our support. Right now, I'm telling you, even if Arsenal wins the league, I'm telling you, even if Arsenal wins the league today, people will still move the goalposts. People will still move the goalposts. People will still tell you, okay, you've not done this, you've not won the Champions League, you've not done this. Okay, I remember when we were going to the Champions League repeatedly for like 20 years straight, we were in the Champions League. And then we were making top four, and despite the fact that the team was not as good as every other team, we were competing and we were making top four, and we were making Champions League, and we're playing and we're exiting, and people were saying that, oh, you guys were only going there, it's top four now became a trophy. Now, do you know that same top four that people are clamoring for, that the people were, making jest of us, saying that, oh, you guys are seeing top four as a trophy, Now, teams are getting those top four for consecutively for years. Only few teams have been able to win a trophy and get top four. I'm telling you, in the past 12 years, or in the past, let me say 6 to 7 years, the past 7 years, 6 to 7 years now, only 2 teams have been able to maintain a top four and a trophy. Only 2 teams, and that is Liverpool and Manchester City. Apart from that, nobody has done that. Now, my question is this: when Arsenal was doing that thing, it was celebrating top, it was celebrating failure. But now Liverpool is known for being a generational team. Why? Because they are the one who have been able to do that. So, winning the Carabo Cup, getting the Champions League. Manchester has always won almost like all the FA Cups at that point in time, and also going to the Champions League. Yes, they won the Champions League in between. So a lot of things, people looking at all these things, everybody comes right, and validation from other teams is actually not going to come, even if we decide to make it. Validation from other people is just a waste of time, because and I think I've decided that it's just a waste of time looking into that particular aspect of life, expecting people to validate you. Look, you're wasting your time. It is not going to work, and that's why I feel this issue of delusion everywhere. Everybody will be biased towards their team, so let's just forget about that. Everybody will always bias. So support your team, love your team. Don't allow anybody's comment get to you, and whatever anybody choose to do, or whatever anybody comment, what comment anybody choose to take, or choose to move on, or with their life, it shouldn't be your problem. I don't know why people have headache on what they say. People keep on gassing up. No. Let me tell you something. You have the right to enjoy your wins. I will enjoy my wins when my team does bad. I will criticize my team when my team does bad, and I'll call in. I do call in shows on DR Sports, every other thing. I will go there and talk my team, and when I lose, I will also hold that as usual. There's no big deal. You hold it, and for the fun of it, I just love football, and I want to also move on. And now, before I also go, another news I wanted to that is that on that. Don't forget, if you're joining the stream, like this, if you're watching, like for the like, subscribe, please do it all. So help the channel. If there's anything you want on the channel, if you want to be part of the channel, let me know. Just contact me. Just send me a DM. Let's talk. I'm open to work with anyone. Another news I would like to actually move on to today is the issue of Manchester United manager. Now, on the issue of Manchester United, I think they struggled with Ten Hag, and after the whole back and forth, they decided that they're going to go for Amiron, and fair to them, Amiron has been a very, very successful coach where he's coming from. But I just want to give my own opinion concerning this. I want to put this out there. But that's my opinion concerning Manchester United. I was on the show. I was on in the studio a couple of days ago, and I was speaking about Amiron, talking about Manchester United coach. Now, this guy, let me put it up now. We have Manchester United, signing, making Amiron their head coach. Now, let me tell you something. I don't believe, personally, I'm believing that it will not work. I'm sorry. I'm not bantering here. I'm just listening to my own opinion of why I think Manchester United being that coach. You can leave your comment in the comment section. Because everybody who is watching, you can leave your comment. You can criticize me. We are here to talk. Just tell me your facts. You can leave it in the comment section. Let us discuss. I feel Amiron will not work for United, and this is why I feel it will not work for United. Now, looking at Amiron generally, this guy is a manager that plays the kind of football he plays does not actually work with United. United is known to play attacking football, moving out there, playing up, going out, gongo, everybody. I'm telling you, one thing will not work. It's like you asking the Diego. Look, Diego Simeone. I'm not saying that it's a bad manager. Like I said, if you have contrary opinion, you can put it in the comment section. Big up as many people that are watching. Now, listen, if a Diego Simeone is supposed to coach Arsenal, with the team that Arsenal has, even though if Diego Simeone is a world-class coach, I'm not disputing that. I'm not saying he's not a world-class coach. He's a very, very good coach that I love and I wanted. But the thing is that team, those teams, Simeone and Arsenal, doesn't look like it's kind of a perfect match. It has to go to a team that is more defensive. Now, this team guy, Amiron, is a very good coach, young coach, that I'm sure that is going to do big things. He has won a lot of trophies. I respect him, and I believe he's a very, very good catch for Manchester United. But his formation and style, how will that work for a Manchester United team? That's what I don't know. How will it work for a Manchester United team? This guy plays 3 at the back, plays 4 in the midfield, maybe 2, and he plays 3-4-2-1 or 3-4-3. Kind of, we know that these managers that play this kind of formation does not actually work with Manchester United. So why? For me, that is just the reason why I feel it won't work. I feel it doesn't have it, at a point in time, their fans will get fed up because if a manager, okay, for example, let me give you a perfect example. Look at Tottenham at the moment. Tottenham want to win a trophy, but they've not been able to win a trophy. But they got a coach who is playing good football. At a point in time, even though they wanted to win the trophy, they got a serial winner who was playing the kind of football that they didn't really like, that didn't really suit their team as team football that they play. And they saw that and they moved on and they didn't enjoy that. Why? Because their team was playing the kind of football that they didn't like. So at that point in time, if anything goes wrong and Trophy is not coming, I'm telling you, United fans will turn against this guy. Take it from me. I'm telling you, United fans will go against him immediately. Immediately, he's not getting results. Now, he plays 3-5-2. Does he have the kind of materials to actually play that in Manchester United? That is the reason why I feel it's not likely to work in Manchester United. But, and I repeat, but I'm not saying that it will not work. I'm not saying it will not work. I feel it might not work. Not that it will not work. I might, at the end of everything, we might play the game. He might come in now and probably win a lot of trophies for Manchester United, which is possible. I am not denying that particular that fact. He can come in now and be winning. For me, for my own reaction, to that particular signing at the moment is that I'm not sure that he is actually the right guy at the moment. I don't think he's actually the right guy at the moment for me. I don't think he's the right guy. just because of um because I just feel this the style does not actually symbolize United. I don't know, United fans. You're in this comments session. I beg, give me your opinion. But for me personally, I just feel not might not really work. That is just my own opinion. Pick up everybody watching, locked in. If you're watching, just smash the like, subscribe, and share the content. Don't forget to always leave your comments. And if you want to do anything with us on the channel, just let us know. We will appreciate that. Now, that is that on the Manchester United managerial. That's my own take on that particular one. Now, moving on, another news I felt like talking about is the case of my star boy Bukayo Saka. Yes, and I will tell you why I am talking about him right now. Now, there was a couple of time ago, there was this argument, on if this boy is actually world class. There was actually a kind of I don't know, was it, would I say, an argument? A couple of managers say, is this boy, um, is he world class or not? Now, let me tell you something. I think the reason why we keep talking about this boy is because, probably because it's dark skin, and we don't believe that anything can be outstanding. So anything dark can be outstanding. But this guy is actually putting up the numbers. That, he said I thought he said because that now the reason why they are not willing to call him world class at the moment now is probably because they believe that he has not won trophies. Okay, very good. Let's see what happens when he wins trophy. But before I just quickly move on, let me just quickly run through some of his stats. Like we say, the name is Bukayo Saka. And let's go to what his numbers now. I want to let's put it up on the screen. I've done this once before. I just feel like I should do it again. Now let's make this, let this come up. Let's come up. We have this. Hold on, come up, passing on live, career starts. Okay. So we go with this. Yeah. So I believe we can see this. Now we start with his first season. Now, in his first season in the Premier League, he made only one. He made in the League Cup. He made only one appearance in the League Cup. No goal in his first full season. One in the League Cup, he made one appearance, no goals. In the FA Cup, one appearance, no goal. In the AFL, he didn't make appearance at all. Now in Europe, he made two appearances, no goal. In other matches, he actually never played. Now the total appearance he had was 4 appearances, meaning he just touched the grace. Now his first season where he actually made appearances in the league, he made 26 appearances and scored 1 goal. In the FA Cup, he had 4 appearances and had 1 goal. And EFL, he had 2 appearances, no goal. And then in Europe, he had 6 appearances and 2 goals. Overall, he made 38 appearances and 4 goals. Now that means from 0 to 4 goals. And he continued with the next season with 7 goals. Let me just put this up so we can see that now. 4 goals. After 4 goals, he had 7 goals the following season. From 7 goals, he had 12 goals the following season. From the following, he had 15 goals the following season after. That will go on, he were 20 goals. And I'm telling you, right now, he's already on, I think he's on 3 goals at the moment with about a couple of assists. But the truth of this matter is this guy has been increasing and dropping more goals even in this season. I think he has close to 7 goals already this season. Now, this guy has done a lot for somebody who has just been playing for the number of years he has been playing. He's actually dropping the numbers. For me, there's no debate about it. I'm telling you, you're hearing it from me today. I said it before, one of my people. This guy, I've been telling you, he's been world class for a couple of years because he has been considered, he has been increasing his stats every season. He has been getting better every season. There has been development. He has been going further this season. So I think that argument of he being world class or not being world class, I think that one is out of the case now. Nobody, in fact, I saw some of the fans, they couldn't say anything. Nobody could say anything about him. This guy is world class. So let's put that on. Moving on from Bukayo Saka, we are moving to another to the weekend roundup. So I'm going to be looking at some of the matches we're going to be having on the weekend. I'm going to be looking at the prediction for my prediction before prediction. I might change my mind before tomorrow, but this is more likely to be my prediction for now for the 20,000 that we want to win. So let me just bring all the fixtures here on stage. Okay, we have the first game, Newcastle versus Arsenal. Now this game, event number one, the game is early kickoff. The game is an early kickoff. Now, with that early kickoff, we've always struggled with early kickoffs. It's always, and even Manchester City has always struggled with early kickoff. Everybody, when you go for that early kickoff, you get them. I don't know what's always wrong. Something is always going on, and that's one of the reasons why I'm having issues with this early kickoff. But now, looking at the team generally, I think there's a new starter. I think there's going to be a bit of boost in the team because Martin Odegaard is said to be back. William Saliba will be available for that game. We also got the news that Gabriel was actually available even for the Carling Cup game, but he decided to rest him for that particular game. Timber also was taken up because just for it was planned. It was no injury, meaning that Arsenal has their back four ready. Declan his feet. We have Odegaard also has been mentioned that would be in the match day squad, but might not make it, but is likely to be in match squad, meaning that the injury front, Arsenal is close to having a full fit team. So that will only do one thing to me than give me confidence in that team. And right now, at the moment, Isak is back for Newcastle also, but Newcastle has not been they've been struggling also. They have some of their team players back, and it's going to be a very good game. But if I'm supposed to give my take concerning this game, I would say my prediction for this game and probably what I will pick for tomorrow is nothing less than an Arsenal win, because I feel because of the point that was being dropped by Arsenal in the likes of the Liverpool game and the game before that, especially the drop point against Bournemouth. I don't think Arsenal has the luxury of dropping more points at the moment. So I see them, winning that game. It's going to be tight. I see Arsenal winning the game. I'm going to give it 3-1 to Arsenal. 3-1 to Arsenal because I feel Newcastle is going to score a goal at their home at St. James's Park. Now the next game is Manchester City against Bournemouth. Bournemouth being at home. Now, Manchester City with injuries, and everybody is actually sorry because considering the number of matches they still have to right now, and Manchester City is one of them, and that's one of the things that affected them in the Carabao Cup game that they actually played last night. So it was a terrible one for them. And right now, I feel they are. ah, hmm, Manchester City, Bournemouth. I, I, I will. It will be very difficult for me to, to go against Manchester City, but I think Manchester City will struggle in this game, but I think they will still make ahead. I'll just give it 1-2 to Manchester City, 1-2 to Manchester City. Now, the next game I would like to also predict again is Liverpool and Brighton. Liverpool and Brighton. Honestly don't know what's wrong with Brighton this season. They've been doing well, especially good at home, but not been so good away from home. So I don't see them having enough to destabilize Liverpool. I think Liverpool is just in too hot form to not win that game. Liverpool is in too hot form not to win this game. So I'm giving it to Liverpool in yes, a 2-0 to Liverpool. 2-0 to Liverpool. I think they are keeping clean sheet nowadays. They are all they are I think they will keep clean sheet in that game. Now the big game, another one that will make sense. This is Aston Villa Spurs. Aston Villa Spurs. Aston Villa Spurs. Spurs. Highlight for line, mate. Those guys don't actually know how to defend. That's my problem with them. They don't defend. I think I got the news. I don't know how true it is that Mickey van der Ven is actually injured at the moment, or maybe hamstring again, because of the way they play. And Aston Villa losing their previous game, in the Carabo Cup, I see that game ending in a draw. I see that ending in a draw, and I'll be going maybe 2-2. 2-2. I'll be going 2-2. Like to change my mind, but that would be 2-2. Desmond 2-2. And then the last game I'll be looking at for the day is Manchester United against Chelsea, and that is on Sunday, 5:30 kickoff. I will be available for that game. I'll watch that game. Now, before I go into that prediction, which I will mention, before I go into that prediction, let me just take a look at Chelsea generally. I have been saying this. Chelsea is a very good team. They are a very good team, and I think they will do more than people expect this season. But I still feel, yeah, it is not enough for them to stay there, but they should be in the top four. They should be in the top four. I said it. I've mentioned it in the beginning of the season. Chelsea is likely to make top four this season, but they need to protect Cole Palmer at all costs, because without Cole Palmer, I don't think Chelsea is going to be able to survive this season if anything happens to Cole Palmer. Because right now, Nani Madueke is doing fine, but not as well as Pedneto. They have enough quality. But what has shown, what I would say has shown so far is that despite everything that has happened, like despite all the quality they have acquired, that star in the crown, that jewel is actually Cole Palmer so far. Cole Palmer has been the one that has actually been outstanding so far. And if they will do anything this season, it actually has to be Cole Palmer. It has to be Cole Palmer. Now, back to my prediction for the game. Chelsea and Manchester United. Manchester United, if they will, for United to get anything in this game, let me say this. For United to get anything in this game, it's not because of maybe probably like I see maybe Vanisora hasn't done anything. It will actually be left to the players, because even though I don't believe in Ten Hag, I still feel like one of the things that is made Ten Hag got star was the player. At this point in time, if the United players decide, to turn up for that game, decide to be united, as they usually call themselves, once they decide to be united, I see them actually getting the point. That's the only was it on DR Sports? Yes. Flex said it. He said if United should get a point, get win the game against Chelsea, not as a result of it will not be as a result of what the manager has done, but as a result of the team itself wanting to actually, win. They actually wanted to win, and that's what happened. That's what the only thing that can make United win that game. And as for me, I feel that is what would that, and I agree with him 100%. If United will win that game, that would be left for the players, for their own pride, not actually for anything, but for their own pride. And I feel that's what will happen. So for me, whichever way, I'm still expecting, and I believe that Kopama will be back, and United will want to, make a point, but Chelsea has a very strong attack, and I will still just hedge it to Chelsea. And I feel this will tell us if Chelsea is actually, I don't know if Chelsea is actually has that title, you call it title, this is like a confirmation of Chelsea's, title credentials. Like for me, that's what I feel personally, that if Chelsea at all will expect anything from this, it would be okay, a kind of joy that this now shows you that you are in the mix, that you are in the mix. Now for Chelsea to be in the mix, they actually need to win this game. If Chelsea is not winning this game, then I'm sorry, they are not in winning in this game. I don't see them making top four. For them to actually, show if they are part of that top two or top three, they need to win that game. That is my own opinion concerning that game. And also, finally, before I round up, because about 10 minutes to eat it out of 1 hour in the video, don't forget to smash the like, subscribe, and look, I love football. I'm doing this for the love that I have for football. So if you kind of to parts, you want us to do something together, please put DM me. I would love to work with any football content who is just ready to dissect sports. I think I love that. Finally, looking at major news in the EPL, talking about things, news and more news on the EPL. Hold on. Yeah, like I said, on the issue of the Ballon d'Or, yes, Ballon d'Or Rodri. Now, I saw some comments about Real Madrid, Real Madrid players complaining that probably it shouldn't be Rodri or blah, blah, blah. See, this is the truth. The award has never been fair. Anytime. There's never been any time the award has been fair. Because for me, I gave up on that award since the day they did not give it to Thierry Henry. Personally, you might want to say, okay, yeah, because of sentiments or because I decided to choose my choice or the rest of them. Look, let me tell you, that award, if you are still getting upbeat about that award, I'm not saying Rodri does not deserve it. Rodri deserves it. He has done well. I'm not saying that Rodrigo should have. Rodri, and I think the argument has been Rodri and Vinicius Junior. Well, whoever they decide to give it to, I wouldn't have mind because both of them have been very, very good. But one thing I just want to tell people is this: that award is not making sense. It's not an award I'm kind of, you know, happy, overexcited over because of what? That is not it's actually nonsense really for me. It's nonsense for me because basically they don't give those who deserve it. Talk about Schneider, talk about Lewandowski. Do you know that till now Lewandowski has not won Ballon d'Or? Why? I don't know. For me, I just don't want to go into that. But we know our winner. Our winner is Rodri. Well deserved. He actually did well. And so for you to know how important he is, you know, they are telling you now that without Rodri, they are making Arsenal and Liverpool favorite to win the league, all because this man is not around, and that's because it is very, 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 and very, he's very, very crucial and important in the way Manchester City plays. Now, like I said, I think this is one thing I need to look at. I saw this one. So this news. I think that's I think yes. Man City boss says he only has 13 happy players to choose from. This from the Carabo Cup loss against Spurs. Because last year Manchester City are in trouble and have only 13 outfield players, you know. Let me begin. After his side suffered more injuries on Wednesday night, EFL Carabao defeat against Tottenham Hotspur. Manuel Akanji, Sevinho were the latest name to be added to the injury list as the former Otiscal in the warm-up, and the winger was taken off on the stretcher in the second half after the 2-1 loss. In the second half of this 2-1 loss, he had a knock in the 18-yard box, but we'll see tomorrow what happens. Guardiola said on Sevinho, we have to see if it was just a knock or something else. It was on the bone, so hopefully nothing dangerous, but we have to see tomorrow. In City's defense, as well as Akanji, Yoko Vadio requires attention immediately after the match, while Guardiola says Ruben Diaz is also struggling after he was withdrawn at half time. Now, injuries, injuries everywhere. A lot of football is going on, and a lot of people are getting injured, and you just have to find a way. And if there's anybody who knows how to find a way, find his way, is Pep Guardiola. I'm sure I know he's not complaining about the injury, but I'm sure it has not actually been easy this season. I can never, in fact, this season, that's when I now realize that, you cannot downplay the aspect of injuries in many states of things that actually, that when it comes to football, you cannot play down the part or the part of injuries in football. And lastly, before we go, don't forget to smash the like, subscribe, and do all stuff. And don't forget to reach out to us on Football Fan View so that we can talk. Now, on the monthly award, starting with the Save of the Month. Didn't really see many of these games, so I'm not sure of who would be taking Save of the Month. But if I'm not mistaken, I think that will be going to Chelsea's goalkeeper because he stayed there in the last year. Then for Manager of the Month, for me, Manager of the Month will be going to Manchester City. I think Manchester City, who won all their game to be on top of the table this season so far. I think the last one will be Player of the Month. I'm trying to get that one here. Player of the Month, money is on Player of the Month. Players of the Month. I think we have Bukayo, Saka, But I don't know if I'm able to get that up now. Let me see. Okay, yeah. I think I have it on now. Player of the month. That would be uh okay. Goal of the month. Oh, sorry, this is goal of the month. Goal of the month. Goal of the month. We have Ganacho against Brentford, Jim Doku, Nicholas Jackson. I think I will go with Vadio. I'll go with Vadio's goal because Vadio goal, I think he came in, drifted in, and then on his right foot. I think that was that game against Wolves. I think I will be going with Gavadio's goal because I think Gavadio should, being a defender and to be able to score that kind of a goal, I think I will give it to him. On player of the month, I'll be giving that. Let me just be biased, because my guy has been. Let me be biased on this one because basically I will be biased on this one. Ah, ah, tough one. Welbeck actually was very good last month. Welbeck was very good. Palmer was very good. And my boy, Saka, Bukayo. I'm sorry, but I'll have to go with Cole Palmer. I'll have to go with Cole Palmer. He has just been outstanding so far this season. We're taking it, giving a big up, Cole Palmer on month. Let's see. Let's see. You know, hmm. Hmm, think it's kind of a good one. Good go from him. Let's see. Let's see. Said the raw Galvin. Oh no, that then no, let's forget. That one is gone. That one is player of the month. Value, sorry. Palmer, sorry. I'll be giving it to Value so far because for a defender to score that kind of a goal, you deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. Forget you deserve it. All right. It's exactly an hour on the show. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget, if you want to be a part of the channel, you want to actually do something with the channel, just let me know. Reach out. We will be looking forward to hear from you. Guys, tomorrow we're going to be having the weekend roundup, where weekend show, football show, where we'll be making our predictions, looking at the teams for the weekend. I will have my panelists also on for that particular show. So thanks once again, for being on the channel this morning. I actually really appreciate as many one of us that has been a part of this channel. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to smash the like on your way out. People, thank you so much for joining the stream. What I'm going to do is I'm going to always try to do something like this, often, where we'll just come, talk about football, and move on. So, as many maybe that have seen this video, whatever length of these videos you have seen, thank you so much for watching the video. Thank you so much for smash the like, smash subscribe. Join me again next week. Don't forget to leave your comments on every of the points that we have mentioned today. Thank you so much for being on the show. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.